Welcome back to Grown Women Talk. I'm Kia.
I'm Andrea.
And I'm Sheree.
We are so excited today, you all, because we are here with Kenneth Reed, owner of Fit for Life Full Body Fitness Gym. You all have been asking about fitness and getting ready for the summer, and we are here with the guru of getting everything right, y'all, at Fit for Life. So let me tell you, I met Kenny years ago when I was afraid of turning a particular age, and I wanted to make sure that I kept it all together. And I found Kenny at Fit for Life, and it really was when I was in the best shape of my life. And I so happened to come by his new wonderful gym the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I found Kenny. So here we are today, and when I first began to work out, he said to me, Kia, who do you want to look? Give me an example of a body that you like or that you admire, that you aspire to be like. And I thought about it. I said, Kenny, Holly Berry. That's where I'm going today.
So we know what year that was now,
listen,
right?
listen. I said, don't do that to me.
Okay.
And Kenny chuckled. And he said, that will take more than exercise. It will take exercise and diet. So I began that journey at that time. So Kenny, we're just so happy to be here with you today. And I know that, Sheree, you're going to ask Kenny.
Yes, Kenny. We're so excited. Listen, everybody, I do want to tell you that he has a book that you can get. We're going to make sure you know how to get it.
That's right.
It's called Get That Body You Want from the Inside Out, How Fitness Changed My Life. So I want to ask you, Kenny, tell us a little bit about the book and how fitness changed your life. What started you on this journey?
Well, if you look at the book, the bottom line is, back in the day, I was out there in the world just doing my thing. And it got to a point where I got sick and tired of my own self. And I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I felt. And so I decided to start exercising. When I exercised, I felt so much better. And I really, I'm talking about the euphoria of exercising sometimes can make you feel like you're on a high. And so being on that natural high, changing my eating, exercising regularly was like a vision, and then I had a dream. And I had a dream, and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I told my wife, I said, look, Theresa, I had this dream, and it was like we had our own gym. We were doing personal training, we were doing aerobics, and we were doing nutritional supplements and all of that. And it was exciting. And so I kept it, I wrote it down. I started writing stuff down. Next thing I knew, I was at a recreation center.
Wow.
And they needed somebody in there to do something to keep the recreation center going.
Wow.
And so that's how it got started.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
I love it.
Wow. That's so powerful.
Yep.
It's funny that you talked about from the inside out, because hopefully you'll be able to see there are quotes all around, and they really do affirm what we say about ourselves, what we should be looking towards. So I love the whole inside out. I know that includes diet and maintenance, but it also includes the mind, as you talk about.
Yes.
And so you'll be able to see some of these motivational quotes so that you can't fail if you put your mind to it.
That's right.
And you all keep watching, because Kenny's going to work us out in a little bit. But can you tell us, what is the benefit of personal training?
Okay, so personal training, like most people that want to get out and start working out, they're scared, they're intimidated. So when they go to the big box gyms, there's so many people in there, and they're just doing their thing. And so they're intimidated, so they go in. The first thing they do is they get on the treadmill or the elliptical or the bike because it's easier.
Right.
And then they leave. And then sometimes they may be able to get on some equipment because they're starting to feel a little bit better. But when you come to a personal trainer, we take you as you are, and we ask you different questions to find out what your goals are, your needs, and your energy level. Like, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay.
If you give me 5, then I know I got to bump you up.
Right.
I have to do that lovingly, caringly.
Yeah.
I am not the trainer that says, "Come on, you maggot!" Da, da, da. No, that's not me. That's not
the
me.
maggot.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm more like, okay, let me take you where you're at. Because like, if you have bad knees, bad back, bad shoulders, we gotta know what to do and what not to do, and then take you to the next level. So the benefit of, again, is you can be in an environment where it's just you and the trainer, or it can be you and the trainer and a small group of people. I found out by mistake that people like to be in small groups because they feel like somebody's pushing them. I mean, somebody at their own level.
Yes.
And that happened one time. I was training one-on-one. Somebody canceled out, so somebody called and said, come on in. And somebody else canceled out. And they started coming in like every 15, 20 minutes. Every 15, 20 minutes, so I had a group of people, and I was in a small facility, and it was like just a circle of equipment, kind of like what it is right back here. And so what happened is they all got a piece of the action, and they liked it. And they started liking meeting the other people.
Yes.
Okay? And so they look forward to coming and meeting those people and working out. And it worked out pretty good. So I call that semi-private training.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And then the small group training can be as large as 15 people or more.
I
That's
love
awesome.
that.
And that leads me to my question. I had a fall at work a couple of months ago, and this knee has been giving me some trouble. Is there a way for me to be able to get back at it safely?
Okay, so you had to fall how long ago?
It was about 2 months ago, and I had the doctor look at it. It's not broken, but they said I banged it up pretty badly. So it was hard to get back into my heels. It hurts to bend or to kneel to pray, so I kind of
Okay, we got to fix that. Then.
Yes.
Got to kneel and pray, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So I would suggest, first of all, get a knee wrap.
Okay.
And the knee wrap may help, keep your knee in place, first of all. But don't wrap it too tight. And the heels, you got to let them go for a little while.
Okay.
Just for a little while. Because the heels are putting you in a position where you're leaning forward, right? So you're putting more pressure on the knee.
Okay.
And we want to get to a point where we are losing weight.
Okay.
Because remember, weight pulls you forward as well, especially if it's in your stomach. And I'm just saying, you want to make sure that you are losing that weight so you're not leaning forward. Okay, because it's going to pull, especially it'll pull on your back.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The other thing is take something for it, like anti-inflammatory. And if it's painful, take something at night, but don't get hooked on taking it at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good
And when
advice.
we do our workout, can you show her an abbreviated version of some of the things? Because I think that there's so many people who stay away from the gym or stay away from exercising because they just don't know where to start again. So that was a perfect question, I think, for so many people out there.
Yeah.
You raised about weight loss and, and its benefit so that when our posture and all of that. And, it's no secret. Everybody knows that I am preparing myself and my body and my mind for triathlon in October. And but there are a couple of things I want to do. I want to make some lifestyle changes in the sense of the way I eat. So, I've been, do I do Mediterranean? Do I do paleo? But more importantly, and I don't eat any meat now. But there's often I will do fish and shrimp. And so I like to get some thought about what kind of regimen I can do, not necessarily a diet, but what kind of regimen I can do so that I am strong, I can sustain myself, and then I build stamina. So is there anything that you can suggest maybe that I do in the morning or what I should eliminate from what I'm currently doing in terms of eating?
Yes. I believe that if we keep it simple, because there's so many diets out here. There's the paleo diet, there's the grapefruit diet, there's the keto diet, there's the intermittent fasting, there's all these different things. You have to find something that you can do that
absolutely.
you will follow it through and continue to do it. So I always tell people, you definitely want to have a protein in your diet. It doesn't have to be from a cow. It doesn't have to be a meat. It can be fish, salmon. What was that? What's the other fish? They say, let me say this, tilapia, now all of a sudden it's really not good. They're saying that it's not good because it's like man-made or they put some stuff together. So definitely, we eat, me and my wife, we eat salmon a lot. We also you can have beans.
Okay,
Yes.
I love beans,
Okay.
yes.
You can have we want to have plenty of vegetables. Some of the vegetables, like broccoli, really good for you. And you'll find things that have a little bit of protein in it. If you can find a good protein powder, to drink.
You would
Okay.
you do that.
Speaking of that, I have one that I can show you.
Okay.
I'll bring it back on later on. I'll show it to you.
Perfect.
It's a Fit for Life.
Okay.
All right now.
And it's
All
actually
right.
good for diabetics.
Okay.
That's
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something that you definitely want to make sure that you have your vegetables, your protein, and a starchy vegetable, like sweet potato.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah. And drink plenty of water. And so far as your metabolism and your endurance and stamina to get ready for that, you want to make sure you have enough protein and to sustain your muscle.
Okay. So
Because
that's
you don't
important.
want to burn your muscle off.
No, I don't.
And too much cardio, you can actually lose muscle.
Okay.
And I notice the older I get, the more muscle that I need to put on.
Okay.
Being 60 years old,
Whoa!
Right.
Don't hear that.
Shameless plug.
Come on
60
now.
years
Yes,
old. You
come on
heard
now.
that?
I'll be 60 in August, but I'm just,
Okay.
60 years old. I don't feel it.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Now,
That's
I need
awesome. You
but
don't look it either.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to build more muscle because you lose muscle after a certain age.
Nice.
Okay, you start losing muscle and you have to keep adding it on. That's why it's important to do, if you're going to do cardio, you got to do some resistance training as
Okay.
well. And it doesn't have to be heavy weight.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'll show y'all some exercises
Okay.
that we can do where
Okay.
there is no weights included.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Kenny, thank you for that because I know, that's important when we
Yes.
start talking about what we put in our diet. And so I'm always drinking water. I don't drink soda or anything like that.
Good.
And I've been, lately I've been drinking a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Any thoughts about?
Oh yeah. Now,
And
now
I
we're
have been
talking.
too since you told me about
Okay,
that.
yes. Ooh,
Yeah.
look what
Yeah.
he has, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the apple
All
cider
right.
vinegar.
Mother's brag.
Yeah.
That is something that I use on a regular basis. And I don't drink it straight. Now, a lot of people, they drink it straight. The second time I did that, I choked. I couldn't even breathe. So the bottom line is, what I do is I take a tea bag, green tea, and create my cup of tea,
That's
hot
good.
tea.
That's so good.
Then I'll take 2 teaspoons of the
Yes.
apple cider vinegar, pour it into the tea, stir it up. And if you want to use a sweetener, the best kind, they say, is stevia. But you can use whatever sweetener you want. But don't put a lot of sweetener in it if you're trying to lose.
Okay.
And what'll happen is you'll start feeling better.
Nice.
And it gives you more energy, more stamina. But you still have to work out.
Yes.
And I do this 3 times a day.
And I think it helps me with my digestion too.
Right.
When
nice,
I
nice.
use it.
Yeah. It helps with a whole lot of things. If you look it up, you're going to see a lot of different things that it helps with.
Okay.
And but I like it because I like to drink coffee.
Okay.
But I also like to put cream in my coffee.
Yeah.
So it's better for me to drink the tea and put the apple cider vinegar in it and get the benefits from the green tea is antioxidants.
Nice.
And the apple cider vinegar has a whole lot of good things.
Okay.
Good
That's
benefits.
wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank
Well, you all, Kenny is going to work us out and he's going to show us some great things. So stay tuned, you guys, so we can be fit for
Yes,
life.
fit for
And we
life,
may
fit for
even
life.
have some information about a challenge.
That's
so
right, that's
you all
right.
stay tuned.
Where we'll
Yeah.
have you come and join us.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And remember this, eat right, keep it tight, get fit for life, and
Have a salad tonight.
with some salmon on top.
Yeah. All right, y'all, stay
Exactly.
tuned. We're getting ready to work out.
Yeah.
We love to play.